Ciao nice people! Welcome! We are back on developing on RPG Maker again, or... I'm lying. We are not developing on RPG Maker. We are developing on JavaScript for RPG Maker. You fell for it, fools! Well, hello. We are back on Invalidate. Out of stream... Well, I'm kinda rushing for having something not playable, more like showable for the new, with a better art style. As you can see here, I improved the outlines of a lot of items in the tileset. I don't even know if those will be definitive or not, but in the rush I looked for a artist for the tileset, but unfortunately I didn't find the right one, and now I'm a little worried I won't find one in time, so I'm slightly chilling out. Maybe I need the time to find the right one, and for now I'm fixing it myself. So we have a better outline here to at least have some colors here. Does the tree look better? Kinda, the tree needs some extra touches there. The other one even more, but... I can see there's definitely a big upgrade. But yeah, by changing this little. Also, even in battle, I managed to commission a background, though unfortunately I'm not really sure it fits with my style. Unfortunately, the hardest part is commission. I will show you. This is the background. Definitely has some extra decorations that my characters don't have, so it doesn't really fit well. But maybe it will. At least sets a baseline for what I need for the rest. So, best case scenario, it will fit with the new butlers. Worst case scenario, at least I know how to, or I know better how to address or to communicate with artists. The hardest part in making a game for me now is communicating with artists. Also, as you can see, I also upgraded the outlines of the characters here. I should do the same with the outline of the dialogue, you know what? I also need to change the arrows. I also changed the charging animation here. I didn't change everything. As you can see, the text still has the black outline. Also, the gate isn't very visible, but definitely is a little more grey. So, at least I like this change. For now, I will have to upgrade the art style myself. I really want to find a good artist for the tileset. It's not even required to be a very good artist, because, like, me without experience, I can make something decently visible. An artist that knows how to draw just needs to replicate this very simple art style, and bingo, we got the art for the game. I don't know what more to add. I maybe just need to communicate exactly what I want, Okay. What is the plan for today? Portraits. Literally portraits. Which I already made. I already made a plugin for Respawn Banter. The problem is, it's not really well thought out, the plugin. Sorry, Gop. I need you to show. Here. A plugin that moves the portraits up and down. This is very fancy. I don't need something this fancy, I need something very simple. Do I even need a plugin for that? Well, maybe not really a full-fledged plugin, more like a plugin that, at least with the command switches portrait, window box, and sound font. So, I can do that without plugin, but I suppose that will help. I need to decide how much I want to change it, though. I don't know if I want to recycle the same one I used for Respawn Banter. Definitely has too many features, though. And definitely wasn't clean. In the stream I could either make one from scratch or clean the previous one from Respawn Banter. Uh, the problem is, it's actually something generally simple. I just need to decide what to do with those. Definitely it won't be like Respawn Banter because it's just a portrait showing, it's not visual novel-like. Those are portraits for characters you see on screen. In Respawn Banter they move because they are the character. In other games where you see the character in the map, they are not. They just show who's talking. So I think I can stick to simple show the text. Do I want though to keep them on screen, because we can definitely recycle the one on Respawn Banter just to have the characters that don't talk to go down and to go black and white, or at least darkened out. Would be weird to have them darkened out in this art style though. It was weird in Respawn Banter because it had bright colors, and having them darkened out is a little weird. Here, the colors are brighter air. Brighter air, yeah. So, I don't think that solution would help here, so maybe we want them to disappear. We want the characters to not show, but that's kinda ugly to see, right? A character talking and the other one appearing right away. I don't know how people would think, but honestly, this is the first game I will finalize and publish on Steam, so at best they can say, oh, this game used the same code from Invalidate, except better, because of course in Respawn Banter they have animations, so maybe we can stick with that. I think this will be the case, and also could be a good opportunity to improve the code of Respawn Banter, because, yeah, it's such a mess. It was still when I didn't learn how to structure decently a plugin. So, here we go. Respawn Banter, we have La Tua Faccia plugin. The thing is, we don't need the whole plugin. We just need a small part of it. And I definitely may want to complement the plugin of showing portraits with what I did here to make a character wobble animation, which I had to use an external plugin for Respawn Banter, and I regretted it because it messed up with the whole coordinates of the picture. That's very weird. In any case, do I really want something this complex though? Well, it's not even that long, it's not even 1000 lines. To be precise, 999. Definitely less. And most of those is kinda extra stuff. The question remains though, I think it matters most what I want from the game. I'm sorry if I show I'm undecided on this, but I actually struggle a lot on finding decisions or getting final decisions for my games. But I suppose if I use the Respawn Banter plugin, I can change idea later without having to write extra code. The only downside is I need to clean this code because it's pretty bad, honestly. Well, not really. No, not really bad. Though could be optimized. Okay. So, first of all, we need to clean a little stuff, and we need to just do better. First of all, let's add our plugin. La Tua Faccia. Second thing, we check if it works. Okay, it doesn't crash, so that's a very plus. Now, I want to implement, well, let's see how to implement stuff on the plugins, right? I want to add on the plugin something here. So I need to set up the coordinates for each character, for each picture. For doing that, we need to remember how to do. Let's see, which plugin did that? Maybe the healthy bar? No. I really need to practice on this. So maybe this stream will also be a moment to learn a little better how to do stuff. Wait, didn't I do that for the plugin I was doing to skip cutscenes? Let's see. Cool experiments. Well, we can open the project. Here, we have a plugin to skip cutscenes, and I made some parameters here. Also, why is it in Italian? RPG Maker. Oh well, it's not here, sure. Okay, next time I will try to remember. Okay, so we know that I already did something of the sort. That's my trick. Well, trick. I wouldn't call this a trick, but I find it extremely useful on developing games. When I do a lot of side projects, and the best part is, when I need something that I already did on the side project, I will just open my side project and remember how it's done. That's pretty good, actually. So let's see. For example, oh no, we need to make an array, though. How do we make an array? I want to make an array of choices, so never mind. We need to copy on how other people did. But I'm pretty sure there is something here. Let's see. Maybe here? This is more like a set list. A list you can expand, like this one. Okay, this is perfect. This is perfect. So my idea is, I have a list like this, where I create a name. This is just for the player. Well, sure, let's stay in team. We create a list where we give name to what the picture is, when we set the coordinates. Coordinate X, coordinate Y, and scale X, scale Y, anything that will automatically load when we show the character. Would be cool to also load the name here, but is possible in a way, yeah. So we just need to copy this one, and the best part is, yeah, I want to put it without looking like we are stealing code. But to be fair, we are not stealing code, we are stealing we are still stealing code. No, come on. We are getting instructed on how stuff works, okay? This is the decay. Can I do from Visustella because they piss me off? We can go to decay, sure. No, we go to Visustella, sure. I'm pretty sure Visustella does. Yeah, here. Controller button assist, for example. It's more complex, though. Sure. Let me open the game file. We go to... I don't even need this one because I already have a plugin for controllers. Wait, do I... Core Engine is not even activated. Well, maybe Core Engine is not the best one to open because it's kinda extended, but... Controller button... assist. Okay. So let's learn how it works. It appears 3 times. This is not relevant. This is not relevant. Here, this one. We need a parameter. We call the name of the parameter. It's the same thing here, right? Button assist. Ah, okay, it's the name here. Controller button array struct. It's written but very small. It's cool how it's written here because it's not really needed, but if you want to be very complex, you kinda need this name. So it's the name. Ah, here it is, parent. We have, no wait, the parent is, no, okay, yeah, okay, the parent is this one. Button assist struct. So this one is not relevant. It's just to place it. Then the type of input is struct, and we define which struct it is. And I suppose it's we can insert multiple. And description. Okay, that doesn't sound that bad, right? Controller buttons is down there, right? Right. Okay. It says here. Okay, and here we set every option inside. Okay, it's reasonably doable if we copy, take inspiration from Visustella. I think they deserve it since they don't let you to read any sort of code. So at least I'm copying the code you're forced to show. And I don't regret it. Okay. We can just... I suppose we can put it here. I need to do some order on it, definitely. So. I suppose we can have it on the start. Oh no, I didn't mean to undo. No, I lost it. Ah! Well, I lost it. How did I call it? No. Like this. Okay, here we are. So what is the plan? I think it would be better to set at the start the controllers, the parameters. Important that the parameters are the one we decide before launching the game. And the commands are the one used in the game to use the plugin. The parameters are just to give a parameter to the plugin. That's how it's called. I'm not copy pasting. Do I still need symbols here? I won't ever know. Well, I think not. So we need a parameter. We can call it face options array struct. I don't know if array struct is required, but if we are copying, we need to show we are copying, okay? Otherwise they will not find out. Text. Portraits. Options. Well, we can, at this point... No, still face options. No, let's go with portrait. Okay, then... We don't need a parent. At least in the game, in real life, maybe it's useful. No. Why? Maybe later. Then the type, and we define the struct face options. And we get a full array. We got the description, and the default is an empty array. And now we define the struct, which is pretty similar. Not really, kinda. Let's see. Okay, I'm copying a tilde, I'm sorry. I'm not even sure it's how you do structs, but you know, better than looking online. And it's portrait options. And here we define everything. For example, we can have the name. Param name. Text. Name portrait. Okay. And we put everything else. Wait, there's something new here. Why is it... Wait, I'm missing something. Because... okay. Okay, it's a way to say... Is it important to say string? To say it's a string? I don't think so. I think we can just say the type of parameter. Yeah, I think it's just a way to make some order. Okay, so we just need to do our stuff. We don't need you anymore, except maybe to see where it ends. Okay. You don't even need to say it ends. Okay. Yeah, because it realizes when there's a command, it's over. Okay, thanks. We did it. So we keep it on the side so we can show we are using RPG Maker at least. Let's see. For example, we had... Well, let's see right now. I think it's visible already, right? It's kind of weird here it says the name. Maybe I did not put a pause at the end. Do I need an end somewhere? Default. Maybe I need to set or say end, that it ends somewhere. Maybe I suppose it makes sense to end the comment and start a new one. No, no, all the code is wrong now. No, wait. Okay. So now it should be fine. Okay, here we have the default, and we can set nothing. Why can we not set anything? We got the description. I've been here. Is it a duplicate? Maybe we need something else. Well, we should put a parameter like a switch, a variable, or a name again. Sure, let's reopen it on the side view. I think we already did a struct though on RPG Maker. This one, right? Yes, other options, which I defined here. Parameter position, offset x. We set a parameter. We don't even need to set up. Maybe we need a parameter for those. I can copy this one. I wrote it myself. It's not like though if I just type it, I'm not copying, but still. Parent name. Let's see if that's enough. Okay, something is wrong and it's not with my word map. I definitely didn't plan to start using structs today. Though at least I have until like the 8th of January to do this stuff, and I don't really need to because I just need a small video for the trailer. I don't need to have a playable demo. Would be cool to have a playable demo, but I can add it later. It's fine. So we can take our time to make it a slow way, because it's not like I'm doing this game only. And also, we can expand later if I need. Though this doesn't feel like the best idea, but definitely I need some cleanup for Respawn Banter. So maybe I'm doing it the right way. Unless I rage quit at this game and I will never touch Respawn Banter, then too bad. Maybe the struct needs to end here and needs to start a new one. Kinda weird, but let's see. No, okay. Oh, we still keep it separated. Maybe the 2 points were required, huh? No, it was not 2 points. Even if you can see them here. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. We have the parameter, the text. We have the parts lower. We have the parent name, or the parent. Description, and the default. It's normal, it should work. Am I forgetting something below? No, it only ends like this. Do I really need to define the type? Wait, I did not define what type of variable it is. I see. I see, it really needs to know what variable it is, right? So maybe we need to define what it is. Okay, let's see. Maybe that was the issue. Maybe the part that there's a parent? Or maybe the first one needs to be called ID. I should see others and see what they have in common. I should look for a guide online at this point. Still doesn't work. Huh. It's an empty one. The parameters don't appear here. Portrait option are restruct. That's the name I gave here. Maybe I should leave it for another time, but we can just look online. Why not? I should have looked for a tutorial earlier. Also, hello Misha, long time no see. Here. Definitely there has to be a guide for it. Please. Thanks. Oh wait, no, there's too much stuff. Group parameters? Kinda. Also, this is a window folder, yeah. Here, struct. Ah, okay. By append to a value type, editor will upgrade to a list. Ah, okay, it's like C#. You can define a group of something. I see. And something can be anything. Literally anything written here. I mean, another group, for example. So I can just make a list of integers, for example. Or here I can make a group of... Can I just say int? It makes a list of in whole numbers. No? Am I even editing the right game? Yes. Invalidate. I need to see it better then. No, wrong one. We have it here. Okay, no, you can just... Okay, it's simpler here. It's literally written here. A list of text. I saved, so now should be a list of text here. Text 1, text 2, easy. So you can have a list of infinite text. That's not what we want though. We want something better, bigger. So we need to go on the option struct something. The result of this type with a JSON, I know. So a structure, you can define a structure by starting a new comment block in the file. Okay, so it needs to be self-contained. The first is the name, and define parameters as normal, and call it by that. That's what I was trying. Wait. So, struct of portrait options. Written like this. Let's cut one, sure. We got parameter with any name, literally. Also you define the type. Sure, let's see, type. Maybe the lack of type was a problem. We got then the parameter. Let's say picture x, which is type number again. We set up minimum, maximum, we don't need it. The description, I suppose. The parent. The parent is not even needed here. And this should be enough, right? You can later add this one. Oh, come on. You can later add this one by using type struct item like this. Type struct portrait options. I need the square brackets also. Ah. Doesn't seem to use square brackets. Though it is required. Let me see. Maybe now it works. No. Okay, what do you want from me, game? We should try to simplify a little. Let's see. Just pick X. Oh wait, I didn't remove this one. Oof. Let's remove everything. Only one is enough to define if the plan is working, otherwise I have no idea. Is my RPG Maker bugged for whatever reason? I added something, but it doesn't work. This is clearly wrong. This is clearly wrong. Okay, tutorial. I don't know what to ask you now. I just need to make some sort of ritual and maybe it will listen to me. You can use the struct by using a type. I know. The type is this with a group at the end. If I read the value in game, no, I'm not doing it. I don't get what's wrong. Let's see, struct anything, it says here. I will try to copy it line by line. Did I wrote it wrong? Item award, portrait option. Maybe this one has the wrong name. I don't think so. No. Here. Now we'll do it exactly. Sure, at this point I will copy paste. I don't care. Here. Item award is the new struct. Literal. Copy pasted. And the default. Wait, do I need to change the default? I think the default is the issue. Wait. Is it? I suppose as a default I should define a empty container setting the base values for everything. Let me try. No, wait, never mind, it's working. Okay, why is it working now? What did I mess up before? Okay, game. At least we can now play the game of let's see let's try to change stuff by one by one and see where's the issue. First, the name. First, let's change the name. I don't think it's the name, but that's my trick now. You change things one by one, so you will catch them off guard. Then parameter. Wait, was it missing a name all the time? Maybe it was this. I suppose. Yeah, I know how the struct messes up. If you mess up even a single line, doesn't say there's an error, doesn't work. Well, at least we found the issue. The name was wrong. So, name, type. Wait, item, you can add items from the game? I never tried this one. Huh, that's cool, you can choose an item. Let's see what items the game has. A key? Did I use a key in this game? Ah, no, okay. It was... was it the item before the gate stop? Was it the main item of the game before the gate stop? Maybe, because it's before the strawberry ice cream. Oh well, unexpected. Unexpected lore moment. Okay, so we have it. The type is text. We don't need a default. And now we put parameters. For example, we put a position X. Type is a number. We don't need a maximum. The minimum is 0. We don't need a max. And let's see it working. Yeah, it works. Position 0. We can set any number. Cannot go wait, it should be able to go below 0, never mind. So, here. Also, should be the children. So maybe we should use the feature parent. Not really parent of the name of the character, but let's see. At least it works. So we have the name and we need to set the coordinates. So we can just have parameter of coordinates. We also need another one for scale. And maybe later. Here it is. Oh, hello Nirwanda! Welcome, how it's going? We are trying to implement structs, array of structs in a plugin we are touching from years ago. So, see, it's complicated, but I suppose the trick is to take it slow. So, we can see the changes, but we are not doing changes in game now. Let's see. We are programming in the plugin menu. Here we have the name, we have the coordinates, we can set the coordinates and the scale. And we set them for more than one character. Okay, that's great. This works. Okay, of course we need to set more than the X, even the Y. Okay. I need to wonder how to read them later, but that's a problem for another Waldorf. For the Waldorf of the future. Okay, we need the same for the scale. Scale X. Scale Y. We don't need a description, it's self-explanatory, but if I really want, if I feel fancy. By default, this one is 100. And the parent is the scale. So now we will see more. I suppose we also want to set the anchor point, which we definitely will need in the future, so why not set it? Anchor point. Will it have a name? Is the name this one that appears? Oh well, we will see. Anchor X. And the same for anchor Y. And the default should be 0.5. Does it even work as a number? Can I set a number decimal? Let's see. Do I need a specific type maybe? No, it works. No, doesn't work, never mind. It's a scam. We cannot set decimal numbers here, huh? Okay, this is annoying. Maybe the guide will help us? Does it mention some sort of float maybe? Boolean 1 object decimal here. Perfect. No, we don't need decimals for the coordinates. For the scale? Maybe for the scale. Well, for now we will leave it. I know, you know what? Yeah, we may need it for the scale. Just to be sure. And now even the anchor. Oh, wait. Save. You can see we have the name, coordinates, the anchor point. We did set up wrong the parent. Okay, now we have. You know what? People did program the game in the plugins of Unity. Maybe you can do the same thing in RPG Maker. Would be pretty unique. I might do it in a prank game jam in the future. I don't know. The game requires you to have RPG Maker MZ. Weird. Okay, now we have everything. The name, the coordinates, the scale, and the anchor point. And I suppose... No, the ID is automatic, it's here. This one is the ID. So that's what we have. Great. We definitely need other parameters, but for now, we can work on those. We will see later how to work with those. We will expand it in the future. We can start with a portrait of Azay, yeah. And I suppose we may need other stuff here. For example, if we want to have facultative parameters, like I want to change the background of the dialog box when a specific character talks. I suppose we can have it in the facultative options here. Hey, the decimals are working. Oh yeah, we can put as many we want. Okay, maybe too many. I don't think we need a scale of 100.000001 just because we need the extra pixel to be in the right spot. Hopefully not. Though for the anchor is important because it goes between 0 and 1. So you cannot choose the middle without the decimals. Okay, this is great. We have a character. Well, I suppose we should add extra stuff now that we find ideas for their use. For example, we have other functions. It's message box. The type is text. Default is empty. We don't have a message box. We can just call it other. We do the same, for example, for well, we could also give the name to those, but you know what? We can do a struct inside the struct just to contain other strings, but that will get complex. We can just do it our way. So other than the message box, we need the text sound. It's still text. We need to link it to the name of the sound file. Okay, that's what we need for now. Again, it's freely expandable in the future. Let's see it now. Okay, we have it, message box and text sound. We can add too many things. All the things we need. Just make it 100 nested if statements. You know, I would prefer not. Well, I kinda like to use nested if statements, but up to a certain point. I still use the switch case, switch else, or the switch break statement. Anything else their way, you know, but of course there are, as long as the game works. The important part though is also you need to remember how the game works. Otherwise you can't improve it. Okay, that's what we need for now. So what's the idea? I suppose we need to fix the file a little. Let's see for now if the base plugin works, because I just copy pasted it from my other game. Rhea will make some experiments for us. Not too many deletions. Okay, Rhea, please do some experiments for us. You will call a plugin command from... Is it activate? It isn't? Huh. Wait, it is. Did they lie to me? Oh no. Oh no. Don't tell me they need to be earlier in the code. Okay, not a problem. Then we need to put the struct later. So remove this one, remove those two, remove this as well, and the struct needs to be put last in the struct's position. Let's just put some comments. Struct for the plugin comments. Okay. We can also give it a name. Command struct. Okay. I definitely need to put some regions because, as you can see here, it's very useful. I really need to improve on keeping my plugins in order. Okay, now this should appear. Here it is. We can show a face. It's in Italian. Maybe I should change the naming before, but... And it's still using the respawn bantering options. Oh yeah, because we are not reading what we had before. For now, let's see if it works. So for now we have... Do we have any picture here, portrait? That's pretty big, but... Let's see if it works. I don't think so, because it was set up based on the other game. But just so to try. Yeah, I can't expected it. What was the issue? ID missing. Oh, okay, yeah, because it's trying to draw the other parts of the body, but we only have a single picture here, so we need to oversimplify the code. And sometimes the best way is to rewrite it from scratch. I don't really want that. We can simplify it through code. You need to own RPG Maker MZ and understand Italian to play this game. No. No, the game is not in Italian. The plugin is in Italian. But I can change it right now, right away. Because this was for personal use, but now that I will improve it, it can definitely be shared. So I think it's for the best to change it. Also because it's better to have English commands while I stream, right? So people might understand better. Understanding programming is already hard, let alone with not English language. So for example, the commands are mostra faccia, which means show face. Here. You can just change it. No. Show face. Even here. And we have one. Other one is... Well, the others is very less relevant. Show face is the most important. The others I can change them off stream. Okay, show face, it's here. The parameters are not fully in English, but it's fine. Expression here. And pose. Expression. And pose. Everything else can be changed later. Also, the name is in Italian as well. Oh well, I can change so much things in one stream, okay. We will keep it like this for the moment. So what do we need to do? First we need to see... We need to make him work, I suppose. I think we can find the right position for it. Let's see. We show again the Rea portrait on the second slot. We will decide later the slots because it's still using names of the other game. So I want it to crash because there's a specific point where tries to show more than one picture, because again it tries to show the body, the head and the face. So we just need one instead. It's 471. Line 471 here. So we need to make it a little more clean. first of all, what is this? Galv? Ah, it's using Galv. Okay, what is this? What is Galv doing here? I don't remember what is this for. MBG. Mario backward jump. No, it's with the G. Well, we just kinda need to deactivate it, but I suppose for those scenarios you need a check, you need a function, you need a toggle for on off. Yeah. I definitely need to optimize all of these. For now we can deactivate it, but later we need to return here. I will place a mark on the stream in case I forget. So, let's see if it works without it. I don't think so, but let's see. Now what's the issue? Ah, now tries to load a picture from internet. Now, small fix. Wait, what's the issue again? Okay, it's trying to read an empty file name. Okay, okay. Then the issue is the empty file name. Right? Well... Okay, maybe the problem here runs deeper than I thought. We can just remove here the pieces of the picture. Also, we need to change the name of the variables as well. For now, it's only one picture. The pose. I don't think this will be enough. I think the game is... Actually, the plugin maybe is too hard-coded to work for Respawn Banter to be fixed. But I think it will still be worth because it does some cool stuff. Definitely there is potential to improve it. Yeah, I think for now I will not do this because it definitely needs a lot of fixing in the roots of the plugin here to make stuff work. Then for now we are gonna focus on reading the parameters we defined. Have you tried testing it out on a new save? Old save? No, the issue, I know the issue, because this plugin does work in the other game. The problem is this plugin is hard-coded based on the other game, so it needs some revisioning. I think it would still be worth it because in this way the plugin can be used globally for any game. So I don't need to program it ever again, and also I can use it for the other game better. Because the other game is not even finished. And it definitely needs some improvement in this part. So an optimization of this code is definitely welcome. Then for now we are just gonna do another thing, reading the parameters. Luckily we had a tutorial here. Where we can read them, let's see. Yeah, how do we read those? We need to JSON parse, okay. There's some JSON around. Okay, we are reading the parameter. Ah, okay, we can read the parameters of a plugin. Defining the structure we need to read. And the structure has a name, right? Yeah, I think it's the name of the parameter. We can test it freely from the game, actually. Let's see. Welcome to the debug menu. Welcome to the white space. The white debug menu. Same thing. So, first of all, plugin manager, parameters. Which plugin was it? How was it called? I need to change the name even, la tua faccia. For now, let's see what happens. Okay, here we get an array. No, not even an array. Kinda. What if we read specifically the object that we called other option? No, yeah, no. Yes, no. No, wait, this is another. Where is here? Portrait options, I found it. What if we try to read that? Here we get undefined. Well, that's unfortunate. What was wrong here? Maybe I need to read the parameter here. R. Yeah, I should give it a better name, to be fair. Okay, we can read the parameter now. So we can just get... okay, though it's a string file, I see. So that's what I meant when we need to parse it. So we need to do like a JSON parse all this stuff. And we get a problem. Okay, because we need to parse the value of it. Okay, this is getting complex. Not really, but we need to read a parameter now of it. And we read we should do it as they do it, one step at a time, maybe. Here, for example, we have not this one, this one. R is this one. So now we can just call R and we define to this stuff. It's fine. Hacker music. Well, can look like we are programming in a way. Can we change the visual? That would be cool. Something maybe with a green background, I don't know. We only have dark theme. Maybe it's for the better, to be fair. I would put a copyright music, but it's too much effort for something that I can get blocked for copyrighted music. I can look for not copyrighted music, I don't know, but I don't feel like it, I'm sorry. Pretend I'm hacking, though. So at least now we can get this one from calling this one. We just need to get the values of it. Can we just do this one? No, okay, it's the same. Then we need, let's see. Okay, we do a JSON parse as we tried. Okay, so it's the same thing except the first array is not here. So this simply gave us the container of everything, but we still need to parse the container. Let's try it again. Object is this one. So if we say object, we get this stuff. If we say object, the first one, we get this stuff. So we just need to parse again. First is JSON parse object 0. And finally we can get with first, we get all this stuff. Yes! That was harder than I expected, but here is how to get the parameters. Okay, now we need to do this on code. So, how do I read those? The idea is, first of all, I should make it simple to read. Would be cool to make a class, right? I think it's better to have a simple code for it. Okay, here we define parameters. Here we have the comments already. Let's make a comment here. Show face. Minecraft music! Is it? Region extract params. Okay. Or get, easier. Now we need to do all this stuff again. We just need to ask for the parameters, right? We should do that when the game loads, it reads the parameters. Maybe it's easier. You do it first instead of first. It's fine, it's in the debug console. This will be lost when I close the window. It's just for testing. Also, it's fine because it's like feels like we are punching the code in a way. That's the best way of hacking something. You punch it and nobody can access the data anymore. So to load it, I suppose we can have... Oh wait, now I realize this is an issue because those variables will be global. That's very bad. Ah, never mind. They are not. They are not. So... as we said, we need first to get the parameters. Plugin parameters, your face, and the name of the container. So plugin parameters is this. Can be a constant, they will never change. And maybe we can change this name now before it's too late. So it's portrait options. No, should not be the same. Wait. Portrait here. Portrait list. Portrait list will be fine. Here. Also, we need to change the name of the plugin here, but we can save it in a variable and change it later. It's saved in this variable. Very convenient. Here. Now you have the parameters, we need to parse them. Parsed parameters is JSON parse plugin parameters. Okay. And now we have something like this. This one. An object containing all the options we have, though every single option is still need to be converted. So we need to do it again. No, we don't. Yeah, we need to do it again right now. It's better to parse them on launch once, instead of every time we need a parameter. So we do. This also can be a constant, because it will never change. Well, I suppose could be useful for someone to change it, so yeah, let's make it a variable. So we can do portrait list parameters. Let's make a better name. And now we need, well, this is a list now of every parameter we have. Parameter 1, 2, 3, 4, but still needing to be decompressed. So we can do portrait list params, which for now will be an empty array. And now we need to iterate. We can do a for each, right? Sure. Thanks, I was trying to remember how it works. So it's parsed parameters. For each element, we have JSON.parse this element, and we add it. And we add it to the main array. Portrait list params.add item. I forgot, is add something that works? I think it's in JavaScript. Yeah, I think it's fine. Was it? And now we simply got every parameter for free. Well, for free now. We can do a console log of the portrait list parameters, and we will see the magic happen. Finger crossed. Yeah, magic. Undefined is not a valid JSON. Good point. Is the problem here or here? This is each element. Huh. Let's try it again. At least this one is simple to check. The code is very small. I saved. Ah, okay, but I'm trying to show it. Okay. Now, we can do the same things. But it's better to just copy what we did here, so we can see where the issue is. Portrait parameters is all this stuff. Aha! Plugin name is not a fun. What do you mean? It's this one. Ah, okay, but it's not contained. Yeah, needs to... It's outside of the context. Here. And we got undefined. That's fine, maybe? No, it's not. We're already messing up the first step. What was the first step? Did the name change? Portrait list? Did I? Ah! I suppose the issue is... This one did not... Okay, the problem is I didn't update the plugin. The option... When you change the plugin while developing it, you need to refresh it. Okay, we can add a second one just to be sure. So we can have two parameters. Now should work. We don't even need to test it, right? Or maybe it's better, but... I knew it. Ah, no, add is not a function. Okay, remind me how to put items in a JavaScript. Push! Come on! I was this close. Here it is, and if everything works, we will have the entire list here. Here it is, the entire array, first of the names, and the second one with a second character. Why is there in the coordinates? Ah, because I skipped the name here. Okay, it's fine, it's fine. Okay, it works though. We can put the name here. We need to empty this one maybe. And it will appear here in the option, so we can read at any time those ones. Or not really read, now we have them saved. And we can read them with another code. I think it's simple though, right? Now we need to make a way to read them when we need them. For example, if we say, oh, draw the character number 2, I need to wonder who is the character number 2. Of course, the character in number 2 in this list. So, let's see. We may want a function, sure. Function read character info. What's the issue now? Okay, nothing. And we need character ID and the info to parameter. Would be cool if character ID could be either an ID or straight up the name. So there are two ways to use the function call, which is definitely possible. For now we will stick with the ID. So, because the ID is simple, let type is name by default false. So we can later add an else in case we want to insert the name of the character instead of the ID, if someone wants. Okay, by default now we just need to read the parameter here. We need to read the parameter number character ID, and we return it. Simple. I think we can just say this, right? We return the parameter name. So if we say console log the ID of the character number 1 and we say name, it shall return the name of the character number 2, right? Doesn't crash, it's a good sign. Name. No. Yeah, oh no, it returns 1 and name. No, that's wrong. Those are the parameters. Okay, my bad, because I log the 1 and the name. That's my bad here. We need to log the result of the function. Okay, maybe now would make more sense. Doesn't crash, good. And we got empty. What's wrong? Maybe just to be sure. Because here the other one is named 1, but I thought it started reading from 0. Let's see. No, it's empty, it's empty. What's wrong now? Let's see if we don't ask for the parameter and we ask for the whole thing. We get the object. Ah, then did I mess up again? Yes. The name should be this one, Rhea. So now it works. Now it returns the entire object, and if I say Rhea, it should be fine. We have an issue though. Here, well, it's a small thing, but here it says the number 1 is Fazzi, the number 2 is Rhea. But here we are saying 1. So we just need to say character ID plus 1. Because in this way it will align with what the game says here. Now should be fine. Name not existing. Property of undefined. Let's try without the plus 1, sure. Maybe I should do minus? No, wait. It says Rhea, it's right. Oh yeah, my bad, I should do minus 1. It was trying to read the next one. So now with minus 1 should be the character number 1, Fazai, here. Okay, we got it, we got it. Now we can just call this one when we need any parameter and we can get it in a blink of an eye. Well, a little more since we need to write the code down. I mean like in the computational time, okay? We would still get it in one blink of an eye in computational time. Like, I don't know, it sounds cooler to say, okay? Okay, do we need anything else? Would be cool to read it from the name, but honestly the ID is more than enough. So we can also order we can also have like IDs for the position. Instead of IDs for the names, we can have IDs for the position. I wonder though... I think we should have coordinates even for the positions, I realize. Too bad we cannot try them today, because I need to clean up this code. But I'm pretty sure this one already has those, right? Here, for example, there is the position. No, wait. Here, when you define a picture, you define the position, not the character. So that's the issue. What we define here is the position. On the left, on the right, on the left behind, on the left, on the right behind. So maybe we should add separate options in the struct. Well, this is kind of a boring affair, so maybe I can add it off stream, but for example, a portrait option here, where we have the name, we set, instead of the coordinates, we set the offset. The coordinates should be for the position. And the scale is right for the character. And the anchor point is also right for the character. So the only thing we need to change is here. Offset X, offset Y. In this way we can manage those with relative ease. Let's see. Now we have the offset 0, 0 by default. And we can also have extra options. And later we do another struct container for the position. We do another one where we set like position 1 is on the left on 300 pixels and stuff, and the position right is in the other side. So we can min-max everything with relative ease. Of course, that should be the default position, so in the plugin call we can offset them a little more, but I hope it's not too complicated, but I think it's, as long as I use it myself, should be fine. Okay. Do we need anything else here? Well, yeah, to make it work. You know what? We should do a short stream for today. Today we learned how to put structures. It's called strutture in Italian. Yeah, makes sense. It's a structure in a way. Yeah, if I want to do anything else, we need to polish the plugin I already made, and I think it's such an hassle to do on stream. It's more like a chill zen moment. So we definitely have other stuff to fix on the game, but I'm so hyped for the HDQ stream of my game that I can think on only that. Maybe I should work on something else when I finish the stream. So maybe we are gonna finish now. I'm gonna see if I can fix the plugin, so at least it works. And we just need to fix the other parameters we have. We can do it next time. Make some tests. Boring stuff, I know. Okay. Well, at least we continue developing after the stream, hopefully. Okay, let's see. Can we rate someone? Let's see, we can raid Zephyr. Let's go. Okay then, thanks a lot for coming by. I hope you found interesting how to make structures in RPG Maker where we didn't even play anything. But again, it's fun for me, so if I was me, I would have fun. I know you are not me, but as long as there are not clones or I don't know, any shenanigans around with double gangers and stuff, I still wish you had fun. Okay, or I hope you had fun. Maybe it's the right term. Thanks again for passing by. I hope you got to do what you wanted, man. Yeah. In a way, I didn't do a lot today, but I definitely learned something which will make my life easier in the future. Hopefully. Okay, thanks again for coming by. We will continue developing next week. I need to find ways to do before the big day. And tomorrow we resume with Crittypedia, we play other RPG Maker games. And with this one, see ya!